watching Local 7 WTVW with Jake Boswell, Alexandra Johnson, and meteorologist Ron Rhodes. This is Daybreak Extra.
Our garden guide, Charlie Stocker, joins us on this rainy morning, and he is answering all of your calls. You can call him at 270-827-7961. So, and Charlie, it's coming down pretty hard out there.
Well, it isn't here, but it was.
In Evansville,
oh, my
it was.
goodness gracious.
Can you hear better now?
Yep, I can.
Okay, good. The earpiece is working, and we do have a caller on the line already.
Let's go.
John.
John, good morning.
Hello, Charlie.
Hello, John.
How you doing?
Doing great. How are you?
Doing just fine.
Good.
My question is, I have some vista grass, and it's getting brown spots like dollars. They call it dollar spot.
Uh-huh.
But a few years ago, I had some army worms, and I haven't seen any of them. But now, usually that dollar spot don't get in, and it'll get my zoysia grass. But I'm just wondering what you think that might be.
Oh, boy. And it's in zoysia? It's in zoysia?
It's in the vista right now.
It's
Vista
where?
Grass.
Where is it?
Augusta? Is that what he said?
Vista, V-I-S-T-A, I think the word.
Vista.
Vista. That's a cool season. That's a cool season grass. Correct? That's a cool season grass. Yeah, Vista is. Okay, so what is the problem? Dollar spot is a fungus, and there are a number of fungicides that you can use for the dollar spot. You can just look it up on the internet. What do you use for dollar spot? But then you talked about army worms that were there at one time and now they're no longer there. I don't know what the relationship is there, but the heat and the humidity are what bring on dollar spot. And it won't be short-lived. It'll be there for a while. So I would recommend that you spray with a fungicide, and you're going to have to do it on 10 to 14-day intervals if it's really bad enough that it's marring the beauty and the uniformity of your lawn. I don't know if I'm answering it, but here's the thing I want to say too. You have herbicides, you have insecticides, and you have fungicides. And they look at the rate of kill and the how bad each one is, and of all of herbicides are the worst, insecticides are second, and fungicides are the least harmful, if you will, to the human. So using fungicides doesn't really hurt that much the environment, et cetera, et cetera. So
Tony is our next caller this morning.
Morning, Tony. Good morning.
Good morning, Charlie.
Good morning.
How would you like to come see Crystal Court Falls up here?
Oh, yes. Yes, I would.
Hey, I got a problem with a mimosa tree.
Uh-huh.
I just bought it here about 3 years ago.
Uh-huh.
And I've got 2 limbs on the thing that seem to be dying off on it. And I don't know what in the world could have killed it or anything.
If they haven't been damaged, that could be, even a young tree, that could be a borer. So I would recommend an insecticide that is a broad-scoped insecticide called bifenthrin. And I would put it around the base of the mimosa, and it's systemic in that bifenthrin will be taken up by the roots, and it goes right into, if there is a borer there, it'll take care of it. So I would recommend bifenthrin. If you want to spray something on the tree itself, I would use orthene. But either one of those chemicals would do well if there is an insect problem on that mimosa.
Vicki is our next caller.
Morning, Vicki.
Good morning, Charlie.
Good morning.
How are you today?
I'm fine. How are you, Vicki?
Well, I'm just wonderful. I'm glad to be alive.
Amen. Amen.
I have a question about my crab apple tree.
Okay.
It started last year where the leaves were turning yellow and dropping.
Uh-huh.
And this year it has no crab apples on it, and the leaves are turning yellow, and they're all dropping off again.
That's apple scab. That's,
yuck.
Yeah, that's apple scab. And copper fungicide, copper funginex, is the chemical that you want to spray on there that will help you alleviate it. It would have been best if you sprayed it earlier in the season, but it will still have an effect. That's apple scab, and you use copper funginex.
All right, and we have just a little bit of time, but there's a few things you wanted to mention this morning.
Yeah, I have seen a whole lot of damage from bagworms. So where I thought they would be coming out towards the 1st of June, they're out now in force. So look at your pines, look at your spruce, look at your hemlocks, etc., because all of those conifers store their food in the needles. So when those little bitty bagworms that look like they're about 1/10 of an inch big are starting to eat, they can devastate conifers. So pay close attention, and if you need to spray, you can't pick them off. If you need to spray, use malathion with a squirt of liquid dish soap in it to make the water wetter, and it's more efficacy in terms of killing the bagworms.
And Charlie will be back later on in the newscast, so feel free to stick around and he'll answer your calls later. But Joe, how's